Hey guys, how's it going? It's Target here. Welcome back to another episode of the Buffalo Sabres Be a GM. Well, you know what? It came down to the wire. We lost way too many games in a row, but we poured it on thick. I mean, in our last, in the month of March, I guess in our last one, let's see here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 4 wins, 1 loss. 4 wins, 2 losses. 5 wins, 2 losses. 6 wins, 2 losses. So we had 6 wins and 3 losses in our last 9 games. That's not bad. That's a good playoff push. But unfortunately, we ended up coming up short by exactly 1 point. And we can't even slip in by Columbus because it's going to be Boston and Ottawa that end up taking the spots from Columbus. So actually, Columbus and us are out now. So we're going to just sim ahead. It just pisses me off to no end that this team continually loses. Continually loses. I knew I picked the right guy. Okay. It's just so stupid, man. It's so dumb. All right, there's a top 10 here. We may have a top 10 in the draft, so I'm going to scout this one for 3 weeks. It just pisses me off. Like, we put together some amazing players. Yeah, we're still probably about 1 piece away from being a seriously competitive team. What piece is that? I don't know, man. I don't know what it's going to take. You know, we've got defensemen coming. We've got wingers coming. 3.5. We got another goaltender coming up that's going to be solid. You know, and who knows what's going to come up at free agency this year? Maybe we get another top winger. Because there's problems with our lineup, like plain and simple. There are problems with our lineup. I don't think that I can reasonably be expected to ice the same team next year. Now, we did move Kessler, and we did see some success, I would say. I would say that we found ourselves in a much more winning atmosphere. We had, you know, we put up more points in the last little bit there than we did with Kessler, to be honest, per game. Let's see, are there any other top 10s that are being missed out here? We should scout first rounders, too. Hold tight. Let's see what else we got. Yoansu, we don't know much about. Here's one in SHL. Let's do 3 weeks in the SHL. You know, so it's hard to go in every year with the hopes of making the playoffs, and you actually have a good team. Like the team that we got versus the team we have now is tremendously different. Like when you think about who's still around, Gergensons is still here. And Reinhardt is still here. Are still here. And Ristolainen. Those are the only 3 players that are still here. 2 forwards and a defenseman. And, I mean, you don't even have to count Reinhardt. Oh, there's a lot of forwards here in the WHL. OHL. Top 5. Nothing super exciting there. Liga, top 10, yeah, we knew about him. Top 10. Top 5, couple first rounders in Russia. You know what, we'll scout. Let's go 2 weeks here in Russia. 1, 2. It's slow going, but we're going to have another draft again where we're going to have to be, you know, on the ball. And that pisses me off, man. That pisses me off to no end. So stupid. Ah, well, you know what? You can't win them all. I got to let it go. We got to focus on next year. And next year, I think we need to bring in a solid piece. You know, I think that we're just missing that one extra player. And I think it's going to be a defenseman. I feel like, I mean, we need to score goals. We need to find a winning combination on that top line. I do not think that Gaudreau is part of the future. Or, sorry, I don't think Gaudreau is part of the offensive future on the top line. Boston won the Stanley Cup. They snuck into the playoffs, and then they won the Stanley Cup. Their 7th Stanley Cup. Fuck off. Well, we'll see what happens at the draft. You never know what we might be able to pick up. Let's stop the sim here. Let's have a look-see, and if we can't, scout assignment here. We'll see if anybody got any better. WHL. I don't need a goalie. I really do not need a goalie, so I'm not even going to bother scouting goalies. Defensemen, though. WHL, there's quite a few first-rounders. Top 5 there. Top 10. I think we're better off scouting the top 10 than we are because we just missed the playoffs. Actually, we're probably... Yeah, we'll be top 10, so... Let us scout... Where's that top 10 defenseman? Right here. Let's scout 2 weeks here. Find out a little bit more about him. Oh, we can't quite scout that long. So we're going to go to the 22nd. That's when everything gets started. I am going to... get myself a little blank piece of digital paper here so we can get ready for the draft. No, I do not want to play the prospects game. So this is what they're recommending for us. So there's Gabriel Stock, Brendan Bonvie, Johnny Selleck, Tom Selleck's son, Anthony Hendry, and Bill Kinley. So this is just from that top prospects game. So things are a little bit different then. All right, who's retiring? Let's see. Did we lose anybody? Well, Martin St. Louis gone, so good thing we got rid of him. We didn't lose anybody. St. Louis gone. Hartnell, Gabrick, Verbata, Daly, Weiss, pardon me. Simone Gagne, Campbell, Nick Cronwell's gone. And a couple guys like Paul Martin, Paul Gostad. What about goalies? Victor Fost retired. Fleury and Hiller. That's about it. So nobody major. That's for sure. Trading block, I'm going to keep the same. I feel like we still could use that. Alright, and we are going to go to our scouting. Alright, so let's go to GM options. Okay, we're going to go to scouting report. Scouting report. We're going to find out a bit more about these guys. Alright, so first things first. We don't know much about a lot of them. Like Jean Poirier. We're going to make our top 10. Alright, so we're going to make a top 10. So we got centerman Larry Walker. We've got left winger Jean Poirier. Okay. We've got defenseman Hugo Dagenet. I'm just going to put a little thing that they're... Well, I'm going to bold them when they're Canadian. Yeah, he's not going to be in there. Hold on. What's his right winger? Nikolai Medvedov. Right winger Randy Raymond. Okay. Right winger Per Davidson. Then we've got right winger Jay Cyphers. Then we've got... Oh, there's a top 5 goalie too. Tom centerman Tommy Yoansu. And finally, your last defenseman, Roman Kodalik. Alright, so those are your top 10. And then you've also got your goalie. One goalie, Anderchuk, who we didn't scout at all. He's a top 5. We'll put him at the bottom of our top 5. Goalie, Jay Andreychuk. Oops. Jose. That's a weird name for a Swiss player. Jose. Alright, and then we're going to look where they've got these other guys scouted to go. Alright, Gabriel Stock, so our centerman. Gabriel Stock is scheduled to go in the first round. He's a playmaker, 5'10", so we're going to put him here. He's a first. Left wingers, Bonvie. Here he is. He's a first/second. Another, oh, he's a sniper. 1/2. Right winger, Johnny Selleck. We're already Selleck. There you are. He's a second-round player, Selleck. We don't have any seconds. Anthony Henry, he's a defenseman. And then Bill McKinley. Hendry. There you go. There's Anthony Hendry. He is a first-rounder. Hold on. Okay, and then Bill McKinley. He's a first/second. Okay, so there you go. Now we're going to go into the actual scouting of the player stats to find out overalls. So we're going to start with the guys on our list, all right? Let's go centers. Let's see here. Is anybody here? Nope. We've got, where's Stock? There's Stock. Stock is 74 overall. That's not bad. 74 overall, all right? Who else? Do we have another center? No, that's it. Let us go left wingers then. Bonvie is also 74 overall. Wow, that's unbelievable. Gauthier and Grisbers, no. Red, did they have anybody? There's Poirier. He's 70 overall. Poirier. Jean Poirier. He's 70 overall. That was it. Right wingers now. There's quite a few. Cyphers. He's actually 68 overall. And there's also Johnny Selleck. Oops. Johnny Selleck, 68 overall. Okay. And then we've got defensemen. Let's see here. Is anybody? I don't think there's anybody. Hendry. They're Anthony Hendry. He's 66 overall offensive defenseman. Hendry. There you are. Okay. Whoop. Anthony Hendry. Who else do we have? Defenseman Hugo Desjardins. That's one. Desjardins, 66 overall defensive defenseman. And then, who else do we have? McKinley. Right. McKinley. 75 overall, McKinley. Holy shit, he's the highest overall. All right, now I'm going to make a top 10 out of player overalls. All right, top 10 out of player overalls in here. So, oh, there's Brett Borer. Okay, so we got Brett Borer, center, 76 overall. Okay, sorry, I'm just writing all this stuff down so we go into this prepped. Here's Riley Bilsma. He's left wing, 71 overall. Chipchura. Here's another one. Wow, there's a lot of over 70 overall. Max Devereaux. He's a centerman, 72 overall. Eugene Howard. He's a left wing, 75 overall. Unbelievable. There's so many. Bill McKinley we knew about. We knew about Poirier. Arthur Shen. He's a left wing, 72 overall. Jack Whitney. He's a center, 73 overall. These guys are crazy high overall. That's it for that side. White, Brendan Bonvie. Did we do him? Yeah, we did. 74. Tyrone Boyer. Holy shit. Center, 75 overall. These guys are almost ready for the NHL. That's how crazy that is. Well, they were all on one team. Pierre Parise. He's a center, 71 overall. Wow. Wonder how many of these guys are depth picks. Gabriel Stock, we've got him. And Larry Walker. We don't have... Oh, yeah, we do have... How did Larry Walker slip in here? I thought he wasn't CHL. Apparently he is. Larry Walker is 71 overall. All right. So that's everybody. So now I got to go in here and look at all these forwards. This is crazy. Okay, so let's take a look at centers. They're mostly centers. So we've got... There's a lot of them. Borer, Devereaux, Parise, I see right off the bat. He's a first/second. 1/2. Okay. We've also got Whitney. There's Whitney. He's a first rounder. Okay. And then we've also got, yeah, Devereaux, Borer, and Boyer. So to get it even more confused, there's Devereaux. So he's a 1/2. Borer's a third-round pick. I want to get a third-round pick, an early third, and take him. And there's Boyer, too. Tyrone Boyer. He's a third-round pick as well. All right, now we'll go to the left wing. All right, we've got Arthur Shen, Eugene Howard, and Bilsma. All right, Bilsma's a first/second. Bilsma, 1/2. Shen is a second. Okay. And Howard is a second as well. All right, Eugene Howard. So there you go. We've gone through that entire list. So now when I look at this, I want to keep my first-round pick. I would like to add a second, possibly. And definitely a third. Definitely 2/3. So that's what we're going to go out and acquire. We'll pick our first wherever we get them. We've got a good idea of what's going on here. But now we've got a goal. So we're definitely picking up a we're definitely picking up 2/3, maybe a second. I'm more excited about Borer and Boyer to possibly play on our team. So let's begin the NHL draft. Let's see where we're picking. We are picking 13th, so we're just under the top 10, so we might see one of these guys that have high overall. All right, let us see. Oh, we got lots of calls. 3 trade offers right now. Anthony D'Angelo, who's a top 6 defenseman, 81 overall. They want to trade him for a second and a third. No, that's okay. Is there anybody else besides D'Angelo that would maybe get this? 67th overall, third round, 30, 60. That's an early pick in the second round, or the third round. Would you take somebody else? Would you take Rick Nash? I would deal Rick Nash for this and possibly pick up another player. I would deal Rick Nash. His value is much higher too. I think we can get another pick out of them. Just Rick Nash is aging. Another third. Buffalo, our third back, 73rd. There's our 2/3 that we would need. For Rick Nash, would that go? That might go through. Yeah, that third might be a little bit much. They don't want to get rid of him. And it's the 2022nd. Why not now? Why not this one? I'll take this off. All right, there. That's what I'll deal. For a second and third Rick Nash. And I'm not giving up my defenseman, Anthony DeAngelo. He's possibly a hidden gem. And Jordan Nobody dropped to an 87. For Christ's sake, man. Smith, what's his deal? He's 69 overall. Oh, yeah, right. He's that 4.5-star power forward we picked up. We're still in Zaka Kylington. Gaudreau. Yeah, we could easily deal him and be fine. We could easily deal him and be fine. All right, let's do this trade. Rick Nash, will it go? There you go. I had my doubts about what you were going to counter with. There you go. So we'll get rid of Rick Nash for some picks. We'll pick up a second and a third. What's New York want? DeAngelo for a second and a third. Nope. And Tampa Bay probably calling with DeLuca for 2 seconds. No, that's okay. All right. So now I need to find a team that wants to get rid of a third. We've got the second that we want. Let's find a team that wants to get rid of a third. Not that one. I'd like an early one. Well, that one's pretty early. 90th, no. The 77th is pretty good value. I want an early third. Because it's 60, starts at 60. Yeah, like the 62nd pick in the third round. That's a good pick. All right, so that's what we want. We've got 1/3 already. We want to give them somebody that they want to skate, and that's the only one. Skaters matching their block. Schmidt, Evan DeHaan, 81 overall. Wanvig would be the one to trade. I'd trade Harold Wanvig. Harold Wanvig for that third. That's a good trade. I think that'll go through. Nice. Okay, so we got that third round pick now, and that's an early one. So, and we've got a second as well. Can we pick up maybe another second round pick, an early second? Let's see here. Arizona, 54. No, because it starts at, it starts at 30. Or 31. So anything, they're going to be high in value. 44. 32. No, it's worth too much. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go with this for this round. And then we'll deal with the second round when we get there. So Walker, Anderchuk, Poirier, Raymond, Davidson, Cyphers, Yoansu, Dagenet, Medvanov, Brewer, Latipov. Who's gone? Davidson's gone. Yoansu's gone. Kotelik is still there. From what I'm seeing in terms of top 10 defensemen, Kotelik is still there. Randy Raymond, he went 4th overall. Did Dagenet go? Yeah, he did. Sorry, and Poirier and Walker, he went first. So let's see. So where did Kotelik go? Did he not get picked up? So he dropped from the top 10 to probably a first round. Yeah, he dropped to a first rounder. Roman Kotelik, defensive defenseman, 18 years old. So now there's some other guys. Let's see, Ronald Hannon, pardon me. Pierre Parise. What was Parise? 71 overall. They had him as a first slash second. He's gone up to a first. Now we need to make our decision. Jack Whitney. He had a pretty good overall, didn't he? Jack Whitney, 73 overall. They had him as going as a first rounder. Sheldon Shantz, no. We're going to go with that guaranteed first rounder. We've already got a power forward, so I think we can eliminate Joey Goddard and Charlie Konopka. I think that gives us Ronald Hannon then, a playmaking center. Ronald Hannon. Or we can go with Kotelik, who was originally a top 10 defensive defenseman. You know what? I think we got enough defense. I think we have enough defense. Let's go with Hannon. I'm going to gamble on Hannon. I mean, we don't know anything about him. But we know that he's better than possibly these guys. We got enough power forwards. They're both right wings, too. So let's go with a center playmaker, Ronald Hannon. Let's see what we come up with. You maybe get a lucky pick. All right. So now we've got our seconds. And with this one, I want to pick up, not Boyer. Who's our second round pick? Eugene Howard I would take. He's still there. I would take Eugene Howard. I would go with also, not Johnny Selleck. Well, maybe Selleck, but I think Eugene Howard. Arthur Shen would be a good option for us. Parise, did he go? Yeah, he did. All right, so let's go ahead. So we'll see who's available of these guys. Oh, we got lots of calls, man. Tons of calls. DeLuca for seconds. No. Ottawa. DeLuca for seconds. No, this trade will go away once we get past the second round. Boston. Nikita Zadorov for a second and a third. I'd have to take a look at my defense. Because Nikita Zadorov has been stumped. Yeah, Zadorov could go. I mean, we could trade him if we wanted. 24 years old. Top 6. 4 stars. I mean, we could trade him, but... Yeah, not Pissick. I mean, Kylington's going to be ready to jump up, too, right? That's something we have to consider. For a second and a third, Nikita Zadorov, I feel like we can get a... What kind of, prospects do they have? What's Gerard about? 3.5 stars. Let's go all skaters. All skaters. Let's go by potential. Who do they have that has high potential? Dougie Hamilton, Milosh. Who's young? Oh, they're young. Puljarvi. 4 yellow star right winger. Sniper. 74 overall. He's not bad. Telkvist. No. You know what? This is actually not a bad trade. This is actually not a bad trade. I think Nick Zadorov's going to find himself on the way out. Because right now we got Shattenkirk and Demers, Cece and Ristolainen, Bowie, and D'Angelo with Kylington stepping in. Pissick's not even in the mix. And DeHaan could... What's he rated as? He's a top 6. Evan DeHaan. Two-way defenseman. Good defense. Pretty good shot. But the only thing is Zadorov's got great defense. Like, fantastic defense. 4.5 star defense. That's the type of guy that you want on your top-bottom pairing. You know what? I'm going to say no to this. I'm going to hang on to Zadorov. I'd rather see DeHaan go, to be honest. I think Zadorov's a better player. So Bilsma went... So, Bilsma was that other guy, first/second. So, there's Shen is still here. Bonvie, I know he's somewhere on this list. Yeah, he's 74 overall left wing. He was suggested to us. Now, where's Boyer? He's considered a third. Oh yeah, he's third round. Borer and Boyer. So then I was either Shen or Howard. Did Howard go? Howard did not go. So where the hell is Howard? Howard, where are you, buddy? Howard. Wow, that doesn't make any sense. He must have got picked. Howard. Why do I not see him? What's his position? Hold on. Howard, where are you? You are a left winger. Where the hell's Eugene Howard? Am I missing it? Let's go left wingers. We'll just go... Here he is. He's a second/third now, Eugene Howard. So we're going to probably lose out on him. So instead of going after Howard, who's 75 overall, let's go after Shen. All right, he's a sniper. He's been suggested. Or we can go with Bonvie, another sniper. They're both snipers. Do we go with Shen, who's 70? You know what? Let's go with Bonvie. He's got a higher overall, 74 overall. We'll do Bonvie. All right. Now we'll sim up. So we got an early pick here. Howard did go to Calgary, okay? He did go to Calgary. We've also got Borer and Boyer still available. So those are the 2 picks we're going after here. And they're both early. Whoop. They're both early in the draft. We got more calls again. D'Angelo for a second and third. No, that's okay. Tampa Bay. They want D'Angelo back for a second and a third. New York. Zadorov for a second. Now they're not even giving me anything else. No, that's okay. I don't want next year's second. All right, there you go. All right, who are they going to take? Okay, they took Madigian, or whatever the hell his name is. So here's Boyer. He's considered a third rounder. There's a couple still second/thirds. Boyer and Borer. Those are the 2 guys we're going after. Borer and Boyer. And Boyer, pardon me. So we're going to take them. I don't care what they say. I'm going to go after Boyer. There's still a couple 3.5 star player, like second/thirds, but I'm going Tyrone Boyer. And then we're going to go after Boyer. All right, that's the last piece for me. Where the hell is he? Did he get picked? No, there's Boyer. Where's Borer? Why do they keep dropping? Where's Borer? Hold on, what? He's a centerman. How does this keep happening? Borer. There he is. There's a third. How was I missing him? Brett Borer. All right, those are the 2 guys that I want. I don't know what their potential is, but I'm liking them. And we got a couple 4th rounders. I mean, maybe we could deal some 4th rounders for people. I don't really need any of these. What does Dallas want? Madison Bowie for a second. How about I trade you 2 4ths? 2 4ths and A player that I'm never going to use. Where's Skater's matching block? And Schmidt. What's the deal with Schmidt again? Logan Schmidt, 3.5. Yeah, I'd throw Schmidt your way. He's a pretty good shooter, though. Yeah, I don't know if he's ever going to get there. I'd throw Schmidt your way. For a second next year, because we still need one. Let's do that. Not interested. Alright, that's fine. Done that. I don't really need to get rid of these anyway. Let's go by potential. There is a guy there with good potential. 4th round. These 2 4th rounders. Stanishev. What the hell his name is? They got a grinder here, too. You know, I'm going to go here. Was it Sparrow? I think he's gone. Nope, Flynn. Flynn's still there. So let's go with Flynn. And then we can maybe go with Kamiev to wrap things up. Yep. Let's go with Kamiev. Grinder. All right. I'm just going to auto draft because I don't. That's it for potential wise. And where are we at for time? Wow, we're at the 25-minute mark. So I'm going to wrap things up right now when we come back. Well, that was a long draft. We spent our time. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Like the video if you enjoy it. And follow me or subscribe to me here on YouTube. And follow me on Twitter at TargetAud18. I'll leave it there. Until next time, I'm Target Audience. And I'll catch you guys out on the ice.